Ralph Waldo Emerson once said that to the attentive eye, each moment of the year has its own beauty, and in the same fields it beholds every hour a picture which was never seen before and which shall never be seen again. Today we are in Clearwater, Canada, where we will meet an extremely charming young writer whose work embodies such sentiment.
My name is Kawiria Creed, and I'm the self-published author of a short poetry collection called The Night Summer Ended. I'm also a hobbyist photographer, and a few of my photography is featured in the book to go along with the themes of nature and finding beauty in the little things. Life begins in the springtime. Instantly the cold fades away, and the tired snow-burdened trees perk up. Flowers bloom and robins come out of hiding as everything breathes and lives after a long, long sleep. I found poetry as another way to express myself. It's an art form. You play around with words, you find something that really grabs you, and you just express it in any way you want to. You don't have to tell a fictional story, you're telling a true story about something or about yourself. And the thing that inspires me the most is nature. Pretty much all my poems about nature. Same with my photography. I find something like a leaf or a bird, because I used to be really into bird watching, and I try to capture it in the way that I see it, which is photography in general. So then similarly with poetry, you see something that grabs you, like the way the stars look one night and the way it makes you feel, and you capture it. Basically, they kind of go hand in hand, to me at least, photography and poetry. You find something that inspires you, and you try to show others why it's special to you in your own way. What do you think sets apart this part of Canada?
Well, I was born in Winnipeg.
In Winnipeg.
And I left Winnipeg before I was even a year old. I think I even told my mother when I was in utero that we need to leave the prairies because it is too flat.
It is very boring. I've been there too.
So I love the mountains here. I love driving into Clearwater and seeing Raft Peak, especially in winter on a sunny day.
So like, would you say it's the nature and just how
yes.
beautiful it is?
And the beautiful valleys, and I love going, when you go on hikes up in Wellsbury Park, and of course all the way up to North Thompson. Then of course you have the Rockies, but there's in this area we have the mountains, plus we have some really good valley areas. And I like the fact that Canadians seem to be rooted in nature. There's a lot of people, obviously I know there are a lot of people that are city people that are Canadians, but there seems to be an innate appreciation maybe for nature in Canada.
The sky is endless. Where does it go? Where does it come from? What does it know? The sky, the endless sky, has heard of things, like rumors of what its day will bring. The birds passing through it, some of the trees, and the sky heard of flowers from high-flying bees.
The sky learned of humans when an airplane soared past. It sputtered and spun, then fell to the grass. The people looked up at the clouds in the day, at the bears and the sunshine, which are never the same. They gaze at the starlight and the sky would stare back. They ask, how did we get here, or what is it we lack? Where did we come from? What more can we know? Is the sky truly endless? How far can we go? The sky, the endless sky, it watches and it knows.
But it cannot answer questions from the things that live below.
Would you say you like best about British Columbia or Canada in general?
Oh wow. I think I'm still learning to fall in love with this place.
Yeah.
But so do I have a favorite thing? There's so much. I remember when living with my husband in South Africa, he was always like, I miss the mountains and the landscape and the scenery. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, we have scenery here. We stay, But moving here and seeing the landscape, seeing the mountains, like it's beautiful. And it coincided quite nicely with my photography because I started off in landscape photography.
Autumn is leaves turning bright yellows and sunset orange and crimson, adorning the hillsides with a renewed sense of fashion. Autumn is pumpkins being carved, hot chocolate in fun little mugs, turkey being prepared for relatives as they hug you, saying, "It's been so long, you've grown." And you feel as if there is no other season with so much warmth and charm.
I first realized I wanted to be a writer when I was a little, kind of 8 years old, and I was in a library and came across this book that was written by another little girl that her father helped her self-publish, and then I realized, oh, I can do that too, it doesn't matter how old you are. And I never thought my first book would be poetry. I thought I would be writing novels. But yeah, my first book was a poetry ebook, and I plan to publish other poetry books, physical ones, in the future, and maybe to publish novels somewhere along the way too.
The frost settles on blades of grass, on flower beds, on window panes, blanketing the earth and forcing it to whisper. The frost comes night after night, hoping to surprise you, to remind you that winter is not yet over, or that it hasn't yet begun. But spring will come again, and the frost will disappear. The earth will breathe a sigh of relief as the grass begins to thaw.
It's really good to see somebody who's writing at such a young age, and I think it's really important that new writers come through all the time. Kawiria Creed's book, The Night Summer Ended, is available on Amazon. It's a great collection of poems for people who love nature and things like this. I was really impressed by a girl who's so young, who writes so beautifully, and who's so in tune with nature. She also has a YouTube channel, which I'll put the link below. It would be nice if you could subscribe to her channel, give her all the support you need.